Hello, I'm Colleen. As you can see from this picture that you're seeing over here, I'm wanting to chat to you about leadership style. Depending on where you look, there are countless number of leadership styles. Some people say there are 4 or 6, or I've even seen 9 mentioned, but it all boils down to really your behavior. So when you look at your people that you're managing, do you direct them in terms of telling them what to do? Okay, so that can be low or high. Or do you have a supportive way in that you sit with them, you support, you contribute, you look into all those kind of things? Okay, so when we start off with here, you're directing. That is probably when you first have people who are new to the organization and they don't really know what to do. There you would have a high directive and low supportive behavior. So there it's you telling the person, go and do X. Find me an example of Y, okay? And basically you're not sitting with them doing it, you're just telling them to do it. Then you would move into a coaching style of leadership. And there we have high directive and high supportive. So not only are you suggesting to the person, we need to arrange a sales meeting, you're also coming up with options of how they should do the sales meeting, who should be invited. I think we should do Thursday. Why don't we make it 2 days? We should touch on what the program is going to be, and we should have hot dogs for lunch. Okay, so that's the high directive and high supportive behavior. When we're saying supportive, it's not about caring about the person. It's not that kind of support. It's basically suggesting it's being with the person while they're doing the work. So when you move into from coaching into supporting, here you'll see that there's high supportive and low directive behavior. So here we're saying to the person, okay, I think we need to organize a sales meeting, and that's it. And then you're going away. You're asking the person, you're not telling them how to do it. You're not saying, well, no, we shouldn't have it on a Thursday, we should have it on a Monday. You're not for 1 nanosecond saying that we should have hot dogs. But you would have maybe some, please organize a sales meeting. All right. So there, the actual directive way of telling the person is much lower. Here, when you look at delegating, you're looking at low support and low directive behavior. So this is more saying you are allowing the person to decide, oh, gee, we need to do something for our salespeople. What do we need to do? Sales meeting, a team building, let's have a bra on Friday. All of that is being left to the person. So what you find is that at board level in a company, for instance, the CEO delegates. He or she does not sit there and go, oh, now how should we do it? I think we could. What happens if I'll run off and go find the price of hot dogs? Okay. The person says, sort it. And at the end of it, the person is held accountable for delivering on what it is that they were going to go and do. Here, you find that the person who directs is the one who ends up being accountable and responsible. Whereas when you delegate something, you're delegating to somebody who is able to do it. The big thing with this is that at any point in our lives, we need to be managed or led in different ways. So a good leader, a great leader, is somebody who's able to change these leadership styles depending on the situation and depending on the person. So it's not like one person is always managed in a directing way or another person is always managed in a delegating way. It depends on who the person is and it depends on what it is that you're doing. So important, supportive, how much do you support? How much do you sit with? As opposed to directive, how much do you tell? But at no point is supportive. Even people who are delegated to, your board members, they still need to know that they're appreciated, that they are thought of highly and being given feedback. So being appreciated is not the same as being supportive in this model.